Hey everyone, welcome back to Speak Unstoppable. I'm John, and I'm here to help you speak English with more confidence, ease, and freedom. Today's topic is really important. We're going to talk about something many learners face: fear. The fear of speaking English and building confidence. Have you ever felt nervous when speaking English? Do you worry about making mistakes? Do you get shy even when you know the words? If that's you, you're not alone. Millions of people feel the same. But here's the good news. You can overcome this fear, step by step. Let's get started. Understanding fear and building the foundation. What is fear? All right, fear is a big word, but it's also a real one. Many learners don't just feel a little nervous. They feel scared, shy, sometimes even stuck. It's like something inside says, "Don't speak. Don't speak." Have you ever felt that way? It's okay. You're not alone. So why do we feel this way? Why does speaking English sometimes feel so hard? Let's look at some common reasons. I'm afraid of making mistakes. Maybe you think like this. What if I say the wrong word? What if my grammar isn't right? What if people laugh at me? These thoughts make you small. You stay quiet. You don't try. Then another thought comes. What if they don't understand me? What if I have to say it again and again? And so, you say nothing. What if I sound silly? This one is common. You think, what if I sound strange? What if I sound like a child? You feel embarrassed. You worry people will judge you. But here's something important. Most people aren't judging you. They're just listening, and many of them understand exactly how you feel. Your accent is not bad. Maybe you speak, and you hear your accent. You think, this isn't how native speakers talk. Maybe my accent is bad. But my friend, your accent is not bad. It's part of who you are. It shows where you come from. It tells your story. Your accent is not a mistake. It's your identity. It makes your English unique. Fear is about confidence. Now let's go deeper. Fear is not really about English. It's not about grammar. It's not about vocabulary. It's about confidence. Confidence means how much you believe in yourself, how sure you feel when you speak. Sometimes there's a small voice in your head that says, "Be careful. Don't speak. You might say it wrong." That voice is fear. But you don't have to listen to it. You can speak anyway. Real confidence. Confidence is not something you're born with. You build it, step by step, day by day. Think of confidence like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The less you use it, the weaker it becomes. Every time you speak, even one small sentence, you're training your confidence muscle. The more you use it, the stronger you grow. Fear is a sign. Here's something special. Fear is not always bad. Fear is a sign that you're growing. It means you're doing something new. You're stepping out of your comfort zone. If you never feel fear, it means you're not growing. You're staying in the same safe place. So next time you feel scared, don't stop, don't hide. Say to yourself, this is just a feeling. I can still speak. I'm learning. I'm getting stronger. Your growing zone learning English happens outside your comfort zone. That's where you make real progress. So every time you speak, even when it's hard, you are growing. You are moving forward. That's how confidence starts. By doing what feels uncomfortable, again and again, building real confidence. Step by step. Let's talk about how to build real confidence. Not fake confidence, not perfect English, but real belief in yourself. Confidence doesn't appear like magic. You build it slowly, like a small plant. You give it time, care, and attention. Step number 1. Start small, but be consistent. Confidence grows through small steps. You don't need to do big things. Small actions are better if you do them often. For example, speak for 1 minute a day. Think in English for 30 seconds. Say a short sentence to yourself. It sounds small, but it's powerful. Because small steps build habits. Habits create comfort, and comfort reduces fear. Soon, speaking English will feel normal, like brushing your teeth. That's how confidence grows, by making English part of your daily life. Step number 2. Mistakes are part of learning. One of the biggest fears learners have is making mistakes. But mistakes are not bad. They're part of learning. Think about babies learning to walk. They fall, they get up, they try again. It's the same with English. You'll make mistakes, and that's okay. Each mistake is a small step forward. Each mistake teaches you something new. Don't try to be perfect. Try to learn. Perfection is not the goal. Progress is. Confidence and courage. Step number 3. Don't wait for confidence. Many learners say, "I'll speak when I feel ready." But if you wait for confidence, you may wait forever. Confidence doesn't come first. Speaking comes first. You speak, then you feel confident. Just like building a house, brick by brick, you build confidence, one sentence at a time. So don't wait. Start now. Even if it's just one word, even if you feel nervous, speak anyway. Be kind to yourself. This may be the most important step. Be kind to yourself. If you forget a word, it's okay. If you feel nervous, it's okay. If someone doesn't understand, it's okay. Don't say, "I'm terrible." Say, "I'm learning." Say, "I'm improving." Say, "I'm trying." Kindness builds confidence, because confidence is not loud or perfect. It's calm. It's steady. It grows quietly with practice. Confidence killers. Now that we've talked about building confidence, let's look at the things that destroy it. These are the confidence killers. They make you feel small. They stop your progress. But once you see them, you can beat them. Confidence killer. Number 1, comparison. Maybe you've done this. You hear someone speak fluently and think, "Wow, they're so good. I'll never speak like that." This is comparison, and it's dangerous, because when you compare, you forget your own journey. You forget how far you've come. Maybe that person has studied English for 10 years. Maybe they live in an English-speaking country. Your story is different. Your path is your own. So instead of comparing, ask yourself, can I say more today than I could last month? Do I understand more this week than last week? If yes, then you're growing, and that's all that matters. Confidence killer number 2, negative self-talk. We all have that little voice. It says, "You sound silly. It was wrong. You can't do this." That voice is not your friend. It lies. Even confident people hear it. The secret is, you don't have to believe it. Speak to yourself like a friend. Be kind. Be patient. Say, "It's okay, I'm learning, I'm trying." Your words have power. Positive words make confidence grow. Confidence killer number 3, staying in safe places. Some learners only speak when it feels safe, in class, or when they know the answer. But real confidence grows outside the comfort zone. Try small, brave steps. Say hello in English. Ask a question online. Record a short message to a partner. Each small risk builds courage. Each small action makes you stronger. That's how confidence grows. One brave step at a time. Final thought. Confidence is like a small light inside you. You need to protect it. Don't let fear, doubt, or comparison dim it. You are growing every day. Be proud of your progress. Celebrate your small wins. Speak with courage, even when it feels scary. Thanks for being here and learning with me. I'm John, and this is Speak Unstoppable. Keep learning, keep speaking, keep believing in yourself. See you next time.